Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mudslide Media, part of the QFRL Quick Finishers Racing League. I am your host for the night, Mark Mudslide Hollifield. Tonight we are going out to fabulous, wonderful Las Vegas and going to be out in the desert trying our best to see who can be able to come home with the win. Each of the drivers here tonight will be racing as fast and as hard as they can inside the desert. Each driver is getting ready. They are out on the tracks. We are waiting for the session to open up right now so that we can be able to get out there and see how everybody is doing. Hopefully y'all have had a good day. Everything has been fun and fair with, or fun and good with y'all. As it stands, I'm ready for this all-star weekend. Reason I'm ready for the all-star weekend is because I get to take my wife, Michelle, to the very first all-star race here at North Wilkesboro. I haven't been to a race since 1980 something at North Wilkesboro. So I am looking forward to that. My last time I went, my dad took me. And I was a couple years old. So anyway, I know it's not a big deal for some people, but for me, it's going to bring back some memories I hope that I got from my childhood. And I get to share that with my wife and everything. Then next weekend, we are going to Charlotte I will not be here next weekend to do the broadcast or anything for y'all. Unfortunately, I will be at Charlotte. Well, it's not unfortunate. It's fortunate for me. I'm going to the Charlotte Coca-Cola 600. I'm going to see the North Carolina Lottery 250. I'm also going to see the truck race. Everything Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. I will be out of the bracket. And nobody else is going to be around to do the broadcast for me. So sorry for next week, but I will let you know what happens at the end of the week and try and pass on all that information as it happens and everything. Now tonight, I have been working on some of my slides and some of my setups, so if I get everything done right, we should have a pretty good show tonight. As it is right now, you're watching the slideshow because I'm having some issues getting into iRacing itself. So it just came up and is open. So a little bit of information about Las Vegas. Las Vegas Motor Speedway is an oval track. It is approximately 1.5 miles in a D-shaped oval with 20-degree gradual banking. Las Vegas Motor Speedway hosts all three of NASCAR's top stock car series, from trucks, Xfinity, and the Cup Series. Tonight we are out here with the Cup cars. You will see drivers like Gregory Smokey Robinson, James Bowden. I believe he's a brand new driver to the league. James Babyface Nelson will be out there. Jamison Mullins will be out there. Justin Smith will also be out racing. So we're going to have a big field out there to try and get everything up and running. Some of the drivers are already on the track. They're out there racing and getting everything. Oh, I know what is wrong. I believe I have a setting wrong here. I might have to close out my iRacing. Yep. I got to close out for just 1 second. That's what the problem is. I don't always pay attention to what I'm doing. And I get ahead of myself, get stuff set up, get excited because I'm looking forward to running these events with you and being able to tell you about each and every one of the drivers. Live sessions. Okay, we got that. Hopefully it works this time. So I'm using SDK iRacing Live Timing, and I'm also using OBS to bring you everything that you see on the screen. Unfortunately, right now, the iRacing Live Timing is not wanting to work with me during this practice session, but I will get it working, and if it struggles with me, we will have the tower and everything. But I left off at James Mullins, and Jim Hubble has joined the race. Kenneth Pack is out there tonight. Larry the Stubblefield is also on the track, and Tommy Osborne, along with Tyrone Yo. And it's not Yo-He, even though that's how it's spelled, it is Yo. He has corrected me on the pronunciation of his name. I'm curious as to where Curtis SUV Sovereign is, because of the fact that he is the guy that's supposed to be here. I wonder if he's actually up in North Wilkesboro tonight, or if he's still having trouble getting on due to maybe a family issue or something. I don't know. But as I was saying, North Wilkesboro is going to be the place to be this weekend. And now we have it ready. So let's get to the broadcast of getting on the track and seeing everything out there. All right. Tonight's race is known as the Vegas Run. We are in the Next Gen Series. This is week 7 at Las Vegas. I am your host, Mark Mudslide Hollifield. This is brought to you by Mudslide Media and the Quick Finishers Racing League. If you do not know what a quick finisher is, you're good. As you can see, let me pull that back up. As you can see, the current weather is 78 degrees Fahrenheit with 55% chance of rain. It's partly cloudy with a 2-mile-an-hour north wind. We are sitting here looking at the track and seeing who all is on the tracks. Let's go through and take a look at our drivers, shall we? First up on the list is Larry Stubblefield. Mr. Stubblefield has refused to update his SDK information, so from what I understand, Larry is in Oklahoma. The vehicle he is driving tonight is the Night Owl Sows, which is sponsored by his wife's company. It is the black and white 82. Next up will be James Bowden. James is driving a Spunk black and green 53 Ford tonight. Larry was driving a Chevrolet. I do not have much information on Mr. Bowden. Next we have Gregory Smokey Robinson driving the number 3 Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. His hometown is Sault Ste. Marie. Don't know what state that's in, but Mr. Robinson is currently 3rd in the practicing out there. Next we have the number 1 Tommy Ozzy Osborne in the black and white Chevrolet Camaro. Mr. Osborne's hometown is East Lynn, West Virginia. Oh, come here, Hercules. Tommy is a fellow veteran, and also a very good friend. He's one of the gentlemen who helped start me in iRacing and taught me a few things about stuff. Next, we have Jamie Mullins, also known as Jameson. Hometown is Piney Flats, Tennessee. He's retired U.S. Air Force. He has the black and red, white, and blue multi-striped 66 Camaro. That is a beautiful paint job. I'm not sure who did it for him or if he did it himself, but it says on the hood something about together. Hold on, I don't want to screw this up. I want to take a look at it right from the hood. So I need to get another. It says on that hood, united we stand, divided we fall. We'll take a good look at the car from the back. Oops, too far back. You see the eagle is standing there screaming at you and everything. It's a very beautiful car. Whoever did it for him, I'm pretty sure if he did it himself, I'm not sure. Let's see. Next up, we have Mr. Kenneth Pack in the black, red, and blue Prisma Health 16. It is a Chevy Camaro. Oh, speak of the devil. I just seen. Nope, that wasn't who I thought it was. Oh, it was. Anyways, getting back to the roster, Mr. Pack. I'll go ahead and hide this portion. Mr. Pack is showing you a picture from approximately 20 years ago. His hometown is Greer, South Carolina. I was told that that picture is not current. It is approximately 20 years old. I don't know the truth behind it, but I do know that Mr. Pack is an older man, and that would probably be the truth right there. Let's see. Next up, we have Mr. Jim Hubble. His hometown is Wilmore, California. He's driving the number 51 Ford. And what the hell it says on the side? Giggity, giggity, giggity. It's the Family Guy edition. Let's see who else is out there. Now we have James Babyface Nelson driving the black and green Crutchfield Racing 75. James is another individual who has come around the track a time or two, and he is also one of the founding members, or I don't want to say founding members, I want to say the founders of the Quick Finisher Racing League. Jamie Mullins is another founding member of the Quick Finishers Racing League. Now we have the number 2, Tyrone Yohe Jr. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It just happened. It's Tyrone Yo Jr. out of York, Pennsylvania. He'll be the number 2 Rusty Wallace throwback car in the Miller Genuine Draft number 2. Let's put his car back up. Some of the gentlemen do follow instructions, and as you can see, Mr. Yo, oh my God, I'm going to be yelled at the rest of the night for this. Mr. Yo has included a picture of himself. How current it is, I don't know. Then let's see. I think I got Mr. Oh, nope. Mr. Justin Smith from hometown of Muncie, Indiana will be driving the number 9 Chevrolet from Lumar. And then we have Curtis SUV Sovereign. He's out of, I don't know where he's out of, but I know where he lives. He lives here in North Carolina, and he's driving the number 54 Interstate Toyota, the only Toyota out on the field tonight, which means he's the only one that is dumb. No, I can't say that. Curtis and myself met a few years ago through the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association. We've been good friends since. And if you look on the back of his car was specially made with that sign on the back that says, "Oh, hi, Mark." Because when we first started racing actually about a year ago, me and him kept having issues and we would wreck into each other. And finally, we have Colton Lanford driving the number 25 out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado. As you can see, he's a smartass as well with the "Oh, hi, Mark" on top of his taglines there. So these gentlemen are getting the feel right now. They have a few minutes to get out there. Let's see how much time is left in the session. They have 16 minutes to get the session going and see how everything is. So we're going to pull the tower up. You'll see the progress of everything. I'm going to go ahead and tuck away. Now with the tower up, I'm going to put some of the logos in the corners there so that you can see the QFRL and Mudslide Media. This will tell you who's the fastest during the practice and everything. Some of these gentlemen are learning where the grip is and where the grip isn't onside the track and everything. Also, some of the gentlemen are finding out who they can work with and get a good push to be able to make the run. But what they're mostly looking at is the wear on their tires tonight. We have 140 laps to go tonight. We only have, oh, I forgot to write that down. I think we only have like 4 or 5 sets of tires. One set of tires will be what they qualify with and start the race with, and then the other 4 sets will be behind the pit wall. I believe they are running on a limited amount of fuel. How much fuel, I do not remember. Let me see if it's listed here in the race info. No, I do not see it listed there right now. So we'll take a good look at the track positions and see where everybody is on the track. The numbers that you see are the numbers of the vehicle that they are driving. Most of the people are trying to work together and get a good draft going. Let's see, do we have multiple? So, ooh, we just watched Jamie Mullins spin out right there. Let's go take a look, see what happened. I want to take a look, see what happened with Jamie Mullins there. It's not showing. Of course, I screw it up. I'm sorry. Let's rewind that just a second. Let's just do it this way. All right, let's see. So Colton got into the wall, drove off the track just a little bit. That's not the one I'm looking for, though. Try and rewind on Jamie. See what happened here. Did Colton give Jamie a little helping hand through the corner? Oh yeah. It looks like it was a little bit of netcode there, which can happen from time to time. We will take a look from another angle. Let's go back just a little bit further right here. Let's change the camera angle just a little bit. See what we see here. No angle there. Let's see. All right, we're in bar chase mode. Let's go ahead and take a look. See, oh yeah, it was just netcode. That's all it was. Neither car made contact, but because iRacing is a computer game, sometimes stuff does happen and it's just the way it goes. Now, if you noticed, whenever I went from live view to current view, you did realize, or did see, that there is a flyover of Vegas. What I'm going to try and do from this point on is be able to give y'all at least a picture of the current maps and what is going on at those locations and stuff. I'm going to also try and let you see everything that we have going on inside the QFRL. Our current point standings, we have points for this race. Every let's see if I can get it to show. Oops. Okay, here we go. That's show. Let's hide the ticker and show the. All right. I'm trying to figure out how to show y'all the points and everything, where they're located and stuff. Status of the field. Current leader is Larry Stubblefield. I'm looking, and it's not showing me any of the information I'm looking for. Of course, I have Hercules in the background there, and he will let me know when anybody and everybody is around. So we still have 36 minutes of practice, it looks like. I thought it said 16 minutes. They must have extended it. Let's see, no grid. We'll do the race. All right, so let's go talk to a couple of the drivers, shall we? And see how they are doing tonight. I have to drop in on the channel. Before I drop in on the channel, all views, all comments are those of the individual making those comments. They are not a representation of the Quick Finisher Racing League or Mudslide Media. Everybody is responsible for anything and everything that they say themselves. If you are offended and whatnot, I'm sorry. I go ahead and apologize now, but we do not take responsibility for it. You need to grow up a little bit if you do get offended easily. Gentlemen, how's everybody doing tonight?
How are you, Mark?
I'm good.
Hey, buddy.
Looks like we're having a pretty good practice session going on.
Yeah, we're all pretty close, aren't we? Trying to figure out the steering.
What's the best steering ratio that y'all seen so far?
236. Stop.
The stock one, 236, and Curtis says 208, which is a little bit.
My bad, boys. 236, too tight for me. Yeah, that's too tight.
When you say it's too tight for you there, Kenneth, is it entering or coming out of the corners that you're having problems?
It's tight coming off the corner.
Okay, it's coming out of the corners that you're having issues?
Yes, sir. I think myself. Oh, Kenneth killed me. Oh, yeah, I killed you. Killed myself. Rusty.
Let's.
I knocked the whole front end off this thing. I would say so, man. I'm sorry. Tommy.
Yeah,
What is it? Getting aggressive. I'm watching it. Getting that draft.
he's off to the side from what I can see. Ooh, you got a little bit loose down there on the apron. Mr. Barnett, are you having a good night tonight? Barnett's not in here, is he?
You have to call him
Yeah, I'm sorry.
and go wake him up. Trying to give Jamie all the room possible. Use him up if you got to.
Hey, that incident between Colton and Jamie earlier in turn 3 and 4, that was a net code. There was about 2 feet of space still between the both of yous, and Jamie just got pushed around because of the net code. I went back and looked at it a time or two because I wanted to make sure Colton didn't punt Jamie to the moon. So are y'all using any offsets or anything of that sort besides, did y'all?
Leaning a little. Look at that, I lost a ton right there.
Yeah,
I had to whip the air. Yeah, it was definitely. You gotta find a spot where they're not and punch a hole in a different spot or it's gonna push. Yep, it did. It ripped up the track. 208's starting to push longer than the run goes. Yeah, it pushes really, really bad.
who is James Bowden?
He's new.
Okay,
Bowden.
this is his first boat.
It's Bowden.
Bowden? Okay,
Bowden.
it's spelled Bowden, so
I know.
Bowden.
Same thing.
Okay, so it's Bowden.
But it's Bowden. It is.
And, and then we have Ben Campbell, also known as Benny, who took me half a freaking race to figure out who it was.
I'm still feeling
No, I'm not.
This is a reminder.
Shut up. No, I actually told him in the interview last week that I felt stupid afterwards because I was trying to figure out who the hell he was the entire race. So, looking at the points, how many of yous are shocked at who the leader is of the points race right now? It's Smokey. It is Gregory Smokey Robinson has the most points right now.
He has shown a considerable jump in speed and fitness here lately. While it may completely expected, I can't say unexpected either. And he's got a mouth on.
Yeah, he's got a mouth on him, so you're going to send him?
Yep.
That ain't.
I'm coming out of the road right now.
he's like, I got you. You want to meet up?
Get around you. I see you're coming into the turn one right now, Curtis.
So, do we have any rivalries tonight?
Me and Kenneth. Me and Curtis, if he keeps talking. That 54 car dumped you pretty good in practice. I don't know what you're talking about. You hit the wall, man. I have a hard time passing Kenneth without hitting him.
You're having a pretty hard time passing, huh?
Just Kenneth. Come on, Curtis.
Well, it does look like Kenneth is using you for a drag, to drag him around the track a little bit.
You got the new guy involved. I had a black flag anyway, so.
You got a black flag and had to come to pit road, so you decided to, what the hell?
Yep. I don't know. I'm on. Well.
Ooh.
Just put the tires up. It didn't that faster. Scary. The 287. See how many laps was it? Said you cooked the tires? Cooked. See how many laps. Well, I heard it.
Everybody's excited for tonight's race?
Yeah. 15 laps. Oh my gosh, how did I get through that? Oh, the sea.
Oh! Yeah, what?
That shit was broken with the steer.
Ben got creamed in that one.
I don't know how I went through that. I still reckon.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. I could have slipped out of smoke good enough to hear. I got a bunch of
Yeah, I'm pulling up the replay now and going to go to the blimp to watch that entire thing because
let's do a pit party. You want to do a pit party?
everybody's in the pits. Oh! All right, gentlemen. It was. How much time is left till 24 minutes, huh?
Tyrone paces. Let's go at it. Try to get lined up somehow.
Yeah, you'll. Whoa, the red car. That would be the number 9. Justin Smith is out there saying, screw y'all's pit party. He's going to do his own thing.
Go around me. I got it.
I'll count it out for you because I'm not racing. In 3, 2, 1, go! Green flag, green flag, green flag. I'm not doing that one.
She'd lose in this traffic. Cold tires. It's gonna be a wreck when you're coming. It crashed. It didn't hit nothing.
Tyrone hit the wall.
Start pushing it to get back in the throttle. Cut someone's nose off.
We got the Family Guy car going. Oh, yep, there he goes. And he turned.
Sorry, Jim.
Yeah. Oh, sure. You wouldn't kill anybody just to win the race.
I got Larry on my inside. I'll let him pass. But you run me over. He was breathing on my butt. I'm sorry. It just shows who he's more scared of.
He'd rather the black and white 82 be out there instead of everybody else.
I mean, wouldn't you be scared if Larry was on your butt?
No. Larry knows how to hit the brakes.
Oh!
Colton's coming out. You know, Colton's not the happiest person right now because he was the first one sent up the track around.
How many laps are we doing in this pit board? 140 all crash.
I will be out of the way.
I take it back. I think me and Jim's gonna have a problem tonight. I didn't hear him say anybody on the outside coming to the quad. I'm sorry. Me, old Peter here is gonna have a problem. Who's that up there, James? Coming backwards. Oh, check out the leader. Not finished with the end. Watch out, run! Oh boy, it's Kenneth. Filling that door in here. I gotta get her going again.
You decided to. Oh, there goes Kenneth. And there, Curtis took him out. Yeah. So Curtis is Ross Chastain for the night. Or he's actually, no, he's Ty Gibbs with his own teammates last year at Martinsville. Yeah, they did it tonight.
He was driving. What do you mean he didn't win? It's easy. Driving, we should do this. Oh, yeah, it's so easy. You get on pit road and the best equipment Grandpa can buy. Kevin Harvick, Steve Craig, you, Grandpa. Grandpa, Kevin Harvick can't drive these damn things. Bush, all the Larson, all the.
All Hendricks.
I will have to give it to Chase Elliott's pit crew, man. That car was rolling away, and I was like, I didn't think go away. Yeah. But Florida didn't think so either.
I didn't get to watch that.
Honest hearing ratio, you run any
High speed shit, it was kind of boring. What was it, James? I wish they would go back to the high speed stuff. That was fun.
Oh, they didn't come off before hauling ass?
No, they started on pit road.
No, they started on pit road.
Oh.
Kenneth, I'm going low. Don't get me this time.
You're right, bud.
I get you when I get up to speed.
What steering ratio you running, Ben?
264.
Is it loose?
I think it's a little loose, which is I'd rather have.
It's gonna be a night race.
I kind of feel like it's burning these tires up. It seems like
Oh!
laps.
Jim Hubble just.
Watch out with Kenneth there. He's looking for people to wreck tonight. He's gonna hit the fence.
He just cut right between James and Ben like it was nothing. He did a slide job from the outside to the inside to the outside.
James developed a big fish in the middle of the corner there. Hold him up, Kenneth. I'm coming.
Hold them up. Hell, I'm on your tires. I'm gone.
Mark, did you see my quarter panels?
No, I haven't seen your quarter panels. Let me find you real quick. Oh, yeah. The night of sewing? No?
The bottom part.
Oh, no. Let me zoom in on it. Let's take a look. Let's see. Oh, nice. I see Mudslide Media on there.
Some payback.
Hit him. The closer I get to y'all, the worse the push is. Clean air is gonna be the name of the game tonight. That Tommy yelling at his neighbor,
That's John. Oh god.
yelling at his mama, turn off the macaroni.
Hey, Kenneth, how far are you going to push him? Oh, jeez, somebody just died there. Kenneth, you... he's not pushing you anywhere now. Larry killed Kenneth.
Leaning sideways in the middle of the road, I wasn't gonna miss an opportunity.
Yeah, if you practice with too many things, because what is your tire wear looking at after, what, 20 laps? Really? So...
Thanks to cut you straight.
I ran 20 laps, just not consecutively.
Yeah, he's run them, but he's hit everything out there on the laps too. Hey, Benny, you got a James J. Gospel Magic wishing you good luck there, Benny.
Where's the new chat GBT?
Curtis knows who that is.
Who's James J. Gospel Magic?
That's Jonathan. Curtis.
Okay.
Tell him I love him.
How many people?
Hey, currently I have a total of 3 streamers watching the race right now.
He said he don't like you.
Higher than Fox's.
It's higher than Fox's ratings right now.
Can we have a check flag on this pit party? I kind of like where I'm at.
I thought the pit party was done and over with 10 minutes ago, but Yeah, it turned. Get all the craziness out of your system now.
It started off 310 slower, then didn't fall off as fast, but it still ended up falling off pretty much all at once. Like one lap it fell off 2 tenths, then another 3 tenths, and then there was no getting back.
What? Curtis, why do you not like James? James J. Gospel says, Curtis doesn't like me. He wants to know why.
Since we've been off, they spent computers, clutch problems. I guess we got it fixed.
That's one of the tighter ones. It's not going to be loose. I think the 3 is 8-to-1, so that would probably be in the 10 to 12 range. And you can't slow down good enough to get into the pits all right. Yep, still can hear you. Just so you gentlemen know, tonight's race was named Vegas Run due to the fact there wasn't a name out there, so I just threw one out there for you. As for... No, not doing a Bud Light. Next Friday, are we having a skip Friday or are we actually doing a race next Friday? The reason I'm asking is because I've already told the viewers I will not be here. I will be at the truck race itself watching that race. Yep. So I will be in Charlotte all weekend long. Hey, James, speaking of dedication, how much of your life did you dedicate to the country? Shut the fuck up then. I didn't think so, so shush. I don't have that. I don't have that button yet. I need to get me one to do. I put in 20. Well, I couldn't continue 20 more because of the fact I suffered a TBI and have a bleed in the back of my brain. Yeah, maybe. If I had it, I would. That's not the national anthem. That might be Tommy's anthem, but that ain't the national anthem. I just realized, I don't know if they've been able to hear you or not. Bob Millam said 54 needs to step up his game.
Tell him it's not a game.
Ben, is that Brandon?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I figured it was. You're a little unpopular here, Curtis. That's fine.
You're a little outnumbered,
Brian
it looks
France
like.
over there.
That's okay. At least I figured out what was going on before the race started, and I've got it fixed. Let's see, where's this at? Oh,
I can't get no faster.
I got 3 people watching on YouTube and 1 person watching on Twitch. So for those that are watching on YouTube, please hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell notification. That way, every time we do a race, you will be notified when I go live and have a session up.
Are you watching the broadcast, Mark?
Nope.
You're not one of those 3, because I know Colt and Smokey are one of them, 2 of them 3.
Nope, I'm not.
I'm not one of them right now. I have my in-car camera on my.
I'm watching. I watched the replay on my main screen. I have my OBS on the other screen to make sure that everything's lined up properly. We have the QFRL ticker going. We also have the QFRL timing tower. Track information has also been updated with Mudslide Media information and the QFRL. I was working on trying to get the points up, but it won't show me the points until after the race. So, or at the beginning of the race. I'm not sure exactly how that one works. I'm still going through the process of learning the iRace live timing. But it does have the points in there for tonight's race, and I'll have to create another one for the points for Tuesday night's race as well. So I'm also in the process of coming up with a QFRL or Mudslide Media channel for Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And then I'm also going to try and get an email so that they can be able, if we have anybody that wants to join the league, they can send it out, send us an email to be able to join the league that way and get processed and everything. So, if that's all right with the admin guys.
Doing a good job, Mark.
Yeah. So.
See, I knew I was right letting Mark go back up in the booth.
It wasn't for any other reason at all.
Hey.
Oh,
Is that who
it
he
was
had?
pretty nice.
I knew he had the
We told
talent.
him, was he going to be up there with him? Hey, he got nervous last night.
I wasn't the one that killed everybody last night.
No, really.
He's still in the infield character.
Yeah, that's why he ain't around right now, I don't think. So, all right, gentlemen, you got 5 minutes left to practice. I'm going to take this time, step away, and do a couple of things and get ready for the race. I will be right back.
And Mark,
Yeah.
I was actually being 100% sincere. I think you are doing a good job, buddy.
I appreciate it. I am trying.
All right, now go up to the booth.
Yep. All right, folks, so we're under 5 minutes. At this time, what I would suggest is that you go get your popcorn, your sodas, get everything ready. We will be back in 5 minutes or 4 minutes and 30 something seconds. We will see the race start and go through some of the qualifying. We'll go over a few of the things that I have missed, and also get ready for 140 laps here at wonderful Las Vegas, the Desert Rose Motorsports Speedway. I'm going to crank up the volume a little bit and let you listen to the track, and I've got the camera set for excitement. So anything exciting going on, you should be able to see it on the track. I will be back in just a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am back. I am your host for tonight's race, Mark Mudslide Hollifield. We are getting ready to end practice here and in just a couple of seconds, and we will go into the qualifying rounds. Each driver will have 3 laps. The first lap is just a warm-up lap, then 2 laps to qualify with. Each driver will also have 1 set of tires that will go from the qualifying round over to the start of the race. I believe they have 4 sets of tires behind the pit wall. I cannot remember exactly, but we're going to watch Tyrone Yo take off and start his race qualifying. I believe Mr. Tyrone did not like the way that start happened, so let's switch over to Babyface Nelson. See how he does. He's still sitting in the...
I'm still not sure about that.
Whoa, what the hell? Sorry, my Apple Watch just decided to start talking on its own. Don't know why. So we're watching Tommy Ozzy Osbourne make his laps around the track. At the bottom of your screen, you're able to see the individual drivers and their pits or their qualifying times. Jamie Mullins, let's see how he's doing. Ooh, Ben Campbell is out there setting a pretty fast time of 30.22 seconds around the track. Tommy Osborne is in second place at 30.72, but he just got bumped out by Babyface Nelson, who just laid down at 30.41. So far, it looks like the fastest time is 30.23 seconds. Larry Stubblefield is out there trying to beat that 30. Oh, and Jim Hubble just laid the fastest time so far at 30.19. In the Family Guy giggity car, we have Jim Hubble in the Ford. James Bowden. I'm sorry, James. James Bowden is now in second place with a 30.20. I'm starting to see a small pattern here as all 3 Ford Mustangs are the current 1, 2, and 3. It looks like we have all the qualifying done. Let me make sure. We have 1 individual, Kenneth Pack, who has not qualified yet. He may be starting at the back of the pack. Oh, nope, there he goes. Kenneth Pack is out on the track. He just scored 30.70, or 30.61. My bad. Kenneth is trying his best to get all this done and over. Was he able to do it? Yes, he was. He was able to jump up to 6th place. So, let's go take a look at our race information and see how everything is. Tonight, we are doing the Vegas Run Next Gen Series Week 7 Las Vegas. At the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, our current temperature is 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 56% chance of rain, partly cloudy as you see in the backgrounds with the winds north by 2 miles per hour. This does affect the track in keeping it cool at night. We do see the sun is dropping, so therefore the track is going to cool off. These guys were practicing in the heat earlier, So we're going to see how that plays out for each individual driver. Let's go ahead and check out this grid. Whenever they start to line up, it looks like Jim Hubble will be on the inside. James Bowden will be on the outside. Benny Campbell will be on the inside. Larry Stubblefield to the outside. Jamie Mullins on the inside. Kenneth Pack to the outside. Curtis SUV Sovereign will be on the inside. James Babyface Nelson will be to the outside. Gregory Smokey Robinson will be to the inside. Colton Lanford will be on the outside. Tyron Yo will be on the inside. Tommy Ozzy Osborne will be to the outside. And Justin Smith will be to the inside, bringing up the rear. Your field for tonight is 13 vehicles deep. Everybody's getting ready. We will have one parade lap around the track. Let's go ahead and empty this out. Let's see how this all starts off. We already have individuals spinning the tires. They're trying to warm the tires up, get them ready on this first startup lap. As you can see, the pace car does not have any lights on. This first start of the race will be on iRacing. From that point on, it will be on the lead driver. Every time we do a restart, the restart will be on the lead driver. They will not be able to start the race until they get in the blue Geico zone. All 4 tires must be in the blue Geico zone before they can take off. However, individuals from second on back, if they over or accelerate before the leader takes off, they will get black flag. There is no passing on the inside of the track during the restarts. Any passing must be done to the right of the vehicle ahead of you. So, if you pass to the left, you will be black flagged. The Geico restart vehicle is off. Let's get ready to go. Green flag, and away they go. Everybody had a pretty good start on that one. I've got to go into my settings 1 second and fix one thing. I hate to do this. I should have done it before, but I forgot. I am so sorry. I didn't have the spotter turned off. So as they coming around into the front stretch, we have Jim Hubble in the lead. Benny is right behind him. Looks like Kenneth Pack has passed James Bowden for position 4. Larry Stubblefield has passed James Bowden for position 3. Babyface Nelson for position 7. Larry Stubblefield is up to position 2. Ben Carson and Larry Stubblefield are fighting out for that position of number 2 as we go through the across the start finish line. Let's change the camera around just a little bit. Take a look at all the excitement we got out there. Gregory Smokey Robinson just passed Colton Lanford for position 9. You see all the drivers as they're lining up in the backstretch going into 3. They're trying to get into a position where they can work with the draft. Oh, we have a vehicle turned around. Jim Hubble came off the track. Let's see if he was assisted in that or not. Let's go back and take a quick look. Jim Hubble is high. Ben Campbell got a little bit loose, drifted up, and came into Jim Hubble. That has thrown the caution flag. Ben Campbell did crash. Let's see what happened after he made contact with Jim Hubble. He loses it sideways, skidding across, goes backwards and forwards. He does not have complete control of the vehicle yet. Oh, you know that's going to hurt. Out comes the caution car, and Ben is just doing donuts on the front stretch there. I need to set up and wreck everyone. So Crutchfield, James Nelson has a fan out there. That would be his wife, I do believe. Haley Jones is hollering for Colton Lanford. I've got a Gaga Beagle. They're a Lanford Nations fan. So as the pace car comes around the track, you've got to wonder, was there enough laps in this lap of the 6 laps to put anywhere on the vehicle's tires? Evidently, I would say no, due to the fact that the tires were just getting warmed up and everything. These tires are still a little bit cold. They only had 2 laps from the qualifying session on them. It usually takes roughly 10 to 15 laps to get a good heat source on the tires. However, if they do not have a good steering ratio, they could have the heat on the tires within 5 laps, and then by lap number 10 and 15, those tires could be done. So we're doing 140 laps tonight. We got to see what the pit strategies are going to be for these drivers tonight. Let's take a look and see how much damage was done. Now, each of these drivers do have one fast repair to completely and totally repair the car after any major damage. If they go into the pits and they do not have that fast repair button disconnected, when they pull into the pits and get the first tire change, whether there's any damage or anything to the vehicle at all, it will use that fast repair. In that case, the rest of the night, the drivers will have to sit in the pits until all required repairs are completed, whether it be 5 seconds or whether it be 35 minutes. They will have to wait in the pits until their car is completely and totally repaired with the required damage. Optional damage means they can still run the race, but they do not have to have any of that damage completely repaired. Optional damage is usually something like a spoiler that is bent and whatnot. As we're coming into turn 3, I see the lights are out on the Geico restart vehicle, so the iRacing caution car is about to go into the pits. Your leaders are Larry Stubblefield and James Bowden. I'm sorry. It's going to take me a minute. He's a brand new driver, so I will try to make sure. This is where I was talking. The start is on the leader, Larry Stubblefield. You saw all 4 tires in. Does not sound like anybody has misgeared any of that. We're watching as Jane Mullins just catches up to the 53 of James Bowden. You're watching Colton Lanford as he comes flying down the track in that Nationwide white and blue car. Right now, Colton Lanford has passed Gregory Smokey Robinson for position 7. Benny has passed Tommy Osborne for position 11. Benny just now passed Jim Hubble for position 10. Babyface Nelson takes over the 3rd place position from James Bowden. Benny has pushed past Justin Smith for position 9. James Bowden is now fighting it out with Babyface Nelson for position 3. Colton Lamford has moved past Curtis Salbrin for position 6. And the battle is for position 6 between Curtis Salbrin and Colton Lamford. Curtis is now past Jamie Mullins for position 5. Jamie takes it back from Curtis. These two individuals are fighting side by side as they go into the corner. Curtis is a little bit high. Did he rub that wall? You got to ask yourself, did he rub the wall and cause himself a little bit of damage? These cars are aerodynamic, but any slight damage will throw the vehicle out of alignment to where it will not keep up pace and be able to go. You see them coming out of the corner, getting side by side. Curtis is staying on that high line. Everybody else is using the low line to get better traction and save their tires. Curtis is trying to use the high line and save on his turn radius. He also cannot get to the lower part of the track because Jamie Mullins is down there keeping him off of that. Jamie Mullins falls in line right behind Curtis Salbrin. And right behind him is Gregory Smokey Robinson. Now you see all the drivers are starting to line up. Smokey is trying to run to the inside and pass a 2-for-1, but does not pull it off. Now we have Ben Campbell and Colton Lamford side by side in turn 2 there. As they come out, they are still side by side. Curtis Salbrin is drifting up the track just a little bit. Jamie Mullins is right there next to him trying to do a side draft. On the outside of the vehicle though, if you are against the wall, you're the one doing the side drafting, slowing down the car that is on the inside of you. You see Colton Lamford coming around Smokey Robinson trying to get up to the bumper of Curtis Salbrin. Curtis might have been dragging the brake just to pull Colton a little bit forward, and he does assist Colton Lamford to get around Smokey Robinson. Are the drivers talking to each other and trying to work it out as a team? I cannot tell you. They are too wide coming out of turn 2. Colton Lamford drops in behind Jamie Mullins. Now he is taken away from Smokey Robinson. Ben Campbell is right behind Smokey Robinson. Everywhere that Curtis goes, it looks like Jamie is following and Colton Lamford. Gregory Smokey Robinson is trying to find some clean air so he can be faster and keep his vehicle cooled down. Ben Campbell is using the high outside so that he can go around Smokey Robinson. Did he touch that wall? He might have touched it just a little because we've seen that car shake just a little bit coming out of 2. We're looking now at Colton Lamford as he's trying to close the gap on Jamie Mullins. Can he do it? It looks like he's got a... Oh, you see some sparks. That is from Ben Campbell. Ben Campbell is having issues with a connection. Whenever the car disappears like that and there is sparks on the track, that is a sign that there is a connection issue, which can be very dangerous for the other drivers behind him because they do not know if he's going to pop up right where they are, in front of, or next to him. I've been in races where the driver has blinked out and popped up in my car, causing me to wreck. So we have to watch out for Ben Campbell, and everybody else has to watch out for that Ben Campbell's car, who seems to be struggling right now because he was number 3 in the start of the race, and he is down to number 9. Our biggest mover of the night looks like it belongs to Babyface Nelson. James Babyface Nelson, as he has moved up 6 spots to the number 2 position, right behind Larry Stubblefield. Kenneth Pack has moved up 3 places. Tommy Osborne passes Gregory Robinson for position 11, and James Mullen has pulled it off and been able to pass Curtis Auburn for position 5. As they come in out of turn 2, let's see how it works. Curtis Auburn is trying to stay to the outside and use the momentum. He is getting ahead of Jamie Mullins going into 3, but coming out of 4, it looks like Jamie is going to keep that momentum and keep pushing. He drops to the inside of the apron as they cross the start-finish line. It is Jamie Mullins who is taking the lead there. Tommy Osborne has passed Jim Hubble and is trying to get his place up there with the top of the leaders board. Tommy Osborne has moved up 3 places to number 9 from number 12. Colton Lamford has moved up 2 places from 10th to 8th. So our biggest loser of the night right now is a tie position for Jim Hubble and Benny Campbell, as both of them have lost 9 positions. Jim Hubble was in 1st and Ben Campbell was in 3rd. Now he's in 12th. Tyrone Yo is still in the back of the pack, but he is just waiting for these guys to go along and wear themselves out. We're coming up on lap 23. I figure around about lap 30 to 35, we will start seeing pit strategies coming into play as the leaders and these drivers all start seeing the wear and tear on their tires start to come into play. Plus, they will need fuel and everything as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the drivers here. We're looking at Tommy Osborne out of East Lynn, West Virginia. Let's go check in on the leaders real quick and go down the leaderboard. We're looking at Larry Stubblefield, who is holding a massive lead and keeping everybody behind himself. Next, we have James Babyface Nelson in the number 75 Crutchfield. And I know that Miss Crutchfield is out there going crazy because her man is pulling away with the 2nd place. Behind him is the number 16 Kenneth Pack from Greer, South Carolina. Before I go any further, Miss Crutchfield, can you please tell your better half that he needs to update his information? Next, in 4th place, we have Jamie Mullins driving the 66 Chevrolet from Piney Flats, Tennessee. Next, we have James Bowden in the number 53 Ford. Tommy Ozzy Osborne from East Lynn, West Virginia, driving the number 1. We have Justin Smith in the number 9 from Muncie, Indiana. Colton Lanford, hometown Highland Ranch, Colorado, driving the number 25 Nationwide car, being pushed by the number 54 Curtis SUV Sovereign, the only Toyota and dummy out there tonight. Next is followed by Gregory Smokey Robinson in the number 3 Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. Followed by, in the 51, Jim Hubble. Hometown is Wildomar, California. He's driving the 51 Giggity Family Guy Ford. Then we have Benny Campbell driving the 27 Ford. The car in the picture looks white, but the car that I'm seeing is gray. So there might be an issue there. And finally, the number 2, the genuine Miller Draft, genuine Rusty Wallace throwback, Tyrone Yo from York, Pennsylvania. Get back onto the exciting parts of the track. We have Jim Hubble passes Colton Lanford for position 10. Colton seems to be struggling all of a sudden and is dropping like a rock backwards as he is now 11th instead of 10th. James Bowden. Okay, I'm just going to call him James. I can't do that. James B has passed Tommy Osborne for position 5. Justin Smith just went off the track. Let's go see what happened with that and see what brought that out. It did not bring out a caution, but he smacked the outside wall, loses control, holds it, goes to the inside, comes back onto the track. In keeping perfect rhythm, that means that there was no caution brought out. Tyrone Yo was able to pass Benny for position 12. Ben Campbell is now in the 13th position, losing 10 spots. As you see the time track going by each of your favorite drivers, it shows you how far behind they are behind the leader. Larry Stubblefield has the lead and is holding a major gap right now. Jim Hubble was able to pass Smokey Robinson for position 8. This is a pretty average pretty average night. So far, we're at 34 of 140 laps. This race is being brought to you by Mudslide Media, the Quick Finishers Racing League. I'm sorry, it's brought to you by Mudslide Media, an associate of the Quick Finishers Racing League on iRacing.com. We race every Tuesday night and Friday night in league races. On Tuesday nights, it's the Gen 4 Cup Series ARCA cars, and we do throwback days to the older models. On Friday nights, we are doing the next gen cars as Kenneth Pack passes Larry Stubblefield for position 1. We now have a new leader, folks. Larry Stubblefield is the first person into the pits. With him being the leader, let's see if this is going to be in his favor or if it's going to be a major failure on his part, because the other drivers are going to try and put laps on him, but they're also trying to get as many laps as they can on this one set of tires and the full tank of gas. Larry Stubblefield, Gregory Robinson, and Colton Lanford have all been put in the pits. Kenneth Pack is now... Tommy Osborne slid past the pits. Was he able to get down in time? I do not know. It looks like Larry's... That did not bring out any cautions, but we saw a sideways action of Tommy Ozzy Osborne trying to get down the speed as he came into the pits. He was able to cross the pit lane with no problems. I need to see... Let's see how they do coming out of the pits. There goes Kenneth Pack, followed by James Nelson. Let's see who else is up. Next comes Tommy Osborne. You know he needed all 4 tires. He burned them all up sideways coming through. Ben Campbell is sitting right there in the 3rd spot. Out comes Out came Curtis. Justin Smith is now entering the pits, and he's now, whoa, it says he's out of the pits. Now he's in the pit. What? Okay. Something's not right there. We have Jim Hubble and Justin Smith in the pits currently. Let's see which one's first one out. It will be the number 9. Justin Smith is off the line. Next in is Jim Hubble. Pit speed limit is what hurt most of these guys tonight. James Bowden is coming into the pits as well. I'm wondering if he had to serve or if he... Nope, he did not. Let's see what the pit strategy guide says. All the pit stop laps. Jamie Mullins came in and moved up 4 positions. Tyrone Yo moved up 9 positions. James Bowden has lost 1 position. Larry Stubblefield's moved up 1 position. Kenneth Pack has moved up 2 positions. Tyrone Yo is still in the lead. Let's go back and see what's going on. Colton Lamford passed James Bowden for position 8. Larry Stubblefield passed Jamie Mullins for position 2. Jamie Mullins left the pit lane with a 45-second pit time. That means Jamie Mullins had I'm guessing, had a 20-second hold on his pit. Kenneth Pack has passed Jamie Mullins for position 3. Babyface Nelson has passed for position 4. Jim Hubble passed James Bowden for position 9. Curtis Salbrin passed James Bowden for position 10. And James Bowden passed Curtis for position 10 again. Tyrone Yohe has now entered the pits. Let's see if Tyrone is able to get down to pit speed and to the pit lane with no problems. He's in the pit stall. Larry Stubblefield is now our leader. Everybody is still on the lead lap. James Bowden has passed Tyrone Yo for position 9. Justin Smith passed Tyrone for position 12. Tyrone is now in last place. After that pit stop, Tommy Ozzy Osborne is up 7 positions from his starting position to position number 5. He is the biggest mover of the night, moving 7 positions forward. All the Fords have lost 7 positions from their starting points in numeric order. Jim Hubble, James Bowden, and Ben Campbell all dropped to 7th place, or dropped 7 positions from first, second, and third. Oh, we have one around. We have one around. Let's go take a look. It looks like Ben Campbell has lost control. He has hit the inside wall. Let's go back and take a look. That has brought out the caution flag. The caution has been thrown. Let's rewind it just a little bit and see what happened. It may be Ben Campbell. Yes, he did. He got a touch from Curtis Salbrin. Go into Ben, loses it in the backstretch, hits the inside wall, tries controlling it. He's on the gas, hits the inside wall from the outside. This brings out the caution. Ben Campbell suffered some damage. You know he is not happy with his buddy, Curtis Sobrin, right now. Let's go check out Curtis's. That has put Ben Campbell down a lap. Let's see if anybody's going to pit and top off for fuel. That would be the only reason any of these drivers need to pit, is to top off the fuel. Let's take a good close look here at Curtis Sobrin's car and see if he suffered any major damages. It does not look like he suffered any front end damage. Let's take a look. He did not suffer any rear end damage either. So these drivers are now coming into the pits to only top off and get fuel. Larry Stubblefield, Kenneth Pack, Jamie Mullins, Tommy Osborne, Jim Hubble, Tyrone Yo have all decided to stay out. James Bowden, Curtis Sobrin, Babyface Nelson, Gregory Robinson, Colton Lamford, Justin Smith, and Ben Campbell have all pitted. Let's see how they come out of the pits. There goes Colton Nation. There goes Curtis Sobrin. You know Ben Campbell has got to be not very happy with his best friend, Curtis SUV Sobrin, right now. Let's get back out on the track. The lights are still on the pace car. They're going to get ready to stack back up and go green here in just a second. The track should be clear of any debris once the pit car crosses the start-finish line. I say pit car, I meant pace car. It's the pit car. It comes out of the pits and everybody has to go in. So, as they cross the start-finish line, the lights are still on. There comes James Babyface Nelson. Can he get out and get around the track without going down a lap? He just barely made it out of the pits, I do believe. I wish it would show me if they got a black flag. So the lineup is Larry Stubblefield, Kenneth Pack. The lineup should be Larry Stubblefield to the inside, Kenneth Pack to the outside, Jamie Mullins to the inside, Tommy Osborne to the outside, Jim Hubble to the inside, Tyrone Yo to the outside, James Bowden to the inside, Gregory Smokey Robinson to the outside, Colton Lamford to the inside, Curtis Sobrin to the outside, and Justin Smith to the inside. Babyface Nelson is in the pits because he did receive a black flag, it looks like. He is back. Let's see if he's on the track or in the pits. He's coming out of the pits now. Ben Campbell is out of the race for the rest of the night, folks. His car was totaled with engine damage. The lights are off on the pace car as they come through turn 3 going into 4. I think that's... Let me pull out the map. Nope, they're coming out of 1, going in 2 on the backstretch, headed for 3. I am sorry, folks. I looked away for a second, was not watching, and without the track map, I couldn't tell you where people are. Let's see. We're getting ready to go green as the pace car comes through turn 3, entering 4. It's getting ready to dive off the track. Pace car is away, listening for the leaders. Once they hit that blue Geico restart zone, they can go, and they are away. Kenneth Peck is on the outside. Nobody has made any mischiefs as far as I can tell. Larry Stubblefield is able to pull away and get a good jump on everybody. Tyrone Yo is pulling up the track and trying to throw a little bit of a block and get behind Jim Hubble for the draft. Tommy Osborne is trying to pull the rest of them around. Jim Hubble is trying to move to the inside of Tommy Osborne. Tommy drops down and blocks. Jamie Mullins is on the inside, trying to keep Kenneth Pack behind him. Jamie Mullins has moved to second place. We're watching a battle right now for 5th place with Jim Hubble, Tyrone Yo, and James Bowden. Tyrone gives it up and lets Bowden pass him on the inside as they come to the start-finish line. James B has the momentum and is carrying it, trying to catch up to Jim Hubble coming out of 2. Those Fords, they have that flat nose, which is great for pushing. The Camaro and the only Toyota, Curtis Sovereign, are all rounded noses. That means that those individuals can cut through the air, but they cannot push as well as the Fords can. The Fords, being square, can push, and if you get all 3 Fords, or at least 2 Fords lined up right behind each other, they can push their way to the front of the pack. Instead of working together, it looks like they're going to be working against each other, and they touched as they come in out of 3, going into 4. It's a drag race across the front stretch. You see James B is on the lower side. Jim Hubble has been pushed up the track and out of the way. Tyrone Yo is able to catch up to him. We see the number 3 being pushed to the inside of the track coming out of 2. The Fords should be working together, but instead are fighting each other, and they are fighting it out in a big way. You have Lamford Nation right behind Yo. I know that there are some Colton fans out there. Let me see you talking. For you Ben Campbell fans, I'm sorry, but he has been put out of the race due to an accident involving Curtis Sovereign and Ben Campbell. We have 57 laps already under the belt. We've got 140 laps total for the night. This is a 1.5 mile track. We have lots of racing going on. Larry Stubblefield and Jamie Mullins are trying their best to hold on to each other. Larry is trying to keep a gap between him and Jamie Mullins. However, Jamie is not going away in any way, shape, form, or fashion. We're now looking at James Bowden. I'm going to say both of them because I don't remember which way they said to say it. We're looking at Kenneth Pack and Tommy Osborne as they go into 3. Coming into the front stretch, it's Kenneth Pack. He's on it, drops down below the white line. It's still legal here in Vegas. What happens here in Vegas stays here in Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. You saw Tommy Osborne just barely rub that apron. That can be very costly to a driver because that apron is slick as glass. Watching James Bowden trying to get underneath Tommy Osborne. Kenneth Pack is just running away. He is trying to put some lap time down and trying to get some fast laps out there right now. Currently, the fastest lap of the race belongs to Jamie Mullins at 30.05 at the lap 60 mark. I can't tell you what his best time is or what lap is his best time, but he is out there. Scott Pack, welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. For you folks that are watching on YouTube, please hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. Anytime I go live, it will let you know. And anytime on Tuesday nights and Friday nights, I try and do the QFRL Racing League here on Mudslide Media. I'm guessing, Scott, that Kenneth is your dad. You need to tell your dad to update his picture. And if he's not your dad, he's your brother, you still need to tell him to update the picture because he's put up a 20-year-old picture. Just so you can tell. We're coming on lap 64 as Kenneth Pack is trying his best to catch up to Larry Stubblefield because Jamie Mullins has taken the lead away from Larry Stubblefield. He is your brother. You need to tell him to update his stuff, Scott. Gregory Smokey Robinson has passed Babyface Nelson for position 11. Justin Smith passed Colton Lamford for position 8. We just watched that as it happened. Oh, nope, we didn't watch that one. Sorry. You can hear these cars running as pretty good. It looks like Kenneth is going to go to the inside. He does and passes underneath of Larry Stubblefield, almost cutting off the nose with the slide job. He overshot the corner. Can he maintain and stay in front of Larry Stubblefield? Yes, he does. Tommy Osborne was using Larry as a pick, and coming through, he goes below Larry Stubblefield. Something is not right with Larry's car as Larry has dropped several positions. Now Tommy Osborne, our biggest jump of the night, for 9 positions to 3rd place. He came from the back of the field and is in 3rd place. Jamie Mullins is in 1st place. He has moved forward 4 positions to take over 1st place. Kenneth Pack has moved forward 4 positions to take over 2nd place. That'll never happen. Okay, well, I'm trying, Scott. I know. He likes to look, he thinks he's as young as he is in that picture, I believe. We have now Larry Stubblefield has taken back over the position of 4th place from Tommy Osborne. 3rd place, my bad. 3rd place from Tommy Osborne. Tommy is still trying to catch up, but something might have happened to his car. He looks like he's slowing down just a little bit. We're coming up on lap 68. Most of the drivers between lap 35 and lap 40 pitted for fuel and tires. However, not about 4 laps after that, everybody could have pitted for fuel because we went under caution. So I figure between lap 75 and laps 80, you will see individuals start pitting for tires and fuel. We have a new mover. Justin Smith is moving to the inside and has passed Tyrone Yo for position 6. Jim Hubble is hanging out back there behind Tyrone. Tyrone has slowed down just a little bit. Not sure what's going on with his car. He may be having a handling factor because you can see him slowly sliding up the track, coming out of the corners. He's not completely loose, but he's not happy with how he is. We're back to Larry Stubblefield, who has moved up to 3rd place and is trying his best to catch up to Kenneth Pack. He was trying to use Tommy Osborne for the push. The yellow has come out. We have a yellow flag at lap 70. This is the halfway point. The reason for this caution is so that all the drivers can do their halfway interval. They can either come into the pits, get fresh tires, get new, get fuel, and also have a windshield tear off done at this time, and it's not going to be too bad of a position for them. Unfortunately, tonight we did lose one of the drivers, Ben Campbell, I'm sorry, my mind just went completely blank, was out of the race. Let's go ahead and take a look at the timing tower here and show you exactly what is going on. We can go back and take a look at some of the action that we see as the drivers come into the pits. Let's actually go down to pit lane and see, as all the drivers come in, let's see how they do coming through the pits here. Who's first in and who's first out? It's going to be a drag race as they come into the pits. Will any of the drivers overshoot? All drivers are in the pits. It's now right side's going on, left sides are going on, the fuel cans, and away goes Jamie Mullins. He's away first. Kenneth Pack is second. Larry Stubblefield, Tommy Osborne, Jim Hubble, Colton Lamford, and there's the race off of the pit. Colton Lamford, Jim Hubble, James Bowden, Justin Smith, Gregory Robinson, Tyrone Yo, Babyface Nelson, and Curtis Sovereign are all back out on the track. You see all the drivers, they have brand new cold tires on the underside of their car. This is going to make it a little bit more interesting as they go into turns 1 and come out of turn 2. Going in, they want to be low. Coming out, they want to be a little bit high. If the tires are still cold and everything, oh, it looks like Jim Hubble got caught for speeding and had to do something in the pits, probably a 40-second hold instead of in the line, or he's getting topped off for fuel. I don't know just yet. We'll take a look and see in just a minute how long his pit stop is. Let's take a look at the battle box and see how it's going for the leader. You got Jamie Mullins moving up 4 position, Kenneth Pack moving up 4 positions, Larry Stubble moved up 1 position, Tommy Ozzy Osborne has moved up 8 positions, Colton Lamford moved up 5 positions, James Bowden has dropped 4 positions, Gregory Smokey Robinson has moved up 2 positions, and when it pops up one last time, we'll see where everybody else is. Let's take a look at the pit strategies. Everybody came in for a pit stop that time. They're looking like they're averaging between 40... Whoa, that's a lot of laps. All right, the pace car is away. Let's see if the leaders, how it goes. Coming out of the restart zone, Jamie Mullins is down on the gas and away. Nobody else is behind him. Larry Stubblefield was able to pass Kenneth Pack. Jamie is entering high and coming out in the middle of turn 2 up against the wall. He did not have to put too much turn into the vehicle. You see the individuals as they enter turn 3. Jamie Mullins is staying in the middle of the track. Kenneth Pack is moving from the bottom to the top. Oh, we have a wreck. Colton Lamford. Colton Lamford is tagged with that wreck. The yellow flag is out. Let's go back and take a look. Let's switch around. Yeah, let's take a look from this angle. It looked like Kenneth Pack got just a little bit too anxious. Came up right in front of Colton, right off of the wall. He nailed Colton right across the front end. You know Colton Lamford is not going to be happy with that one at all. We'll take a look at Kenneth and watch his car as he goes through, barely taps the wall, comes down. He's sliding sideways all the way through the grass, mowing the yard backwards. He's on the brakes. He's going to have to get a brand new set of tires and everything. You know that is not the way that Colton wanted that race to go. Kenneth was not happy, will not be happy with that one either, due to the fact that he touched that wall in that slide job and it cost him a lot of positions. So now, as the drivers are sitting here going around the track, do they go in and top off the gas tanks to see if they can be able to make it all the way through the rest of the race on fuel? They will not be able to do it on tires, but they may be able to do it on fuel if they are conservative enough. So the pit strategy, or actually no, they won't, not at this point. I'm sorry. They won't be able to make it all the way on tire or on fuel at 77 laps because they will not. They still have 63 laps to go. The next time the pit window opens should be about lap, I want to say round about lap 100 to 105. We should see a pit window start opening then. That gives them about 30 laps on these tires. And you've seen some of the lap strategies were running about 30 to 35 laps on the tires. As you take a look at the lap strategy, Jamie Mullins did 40 laps on his first set of tires. Then Larry Stubblefield did 35 laps with 36 on the second set. So we're looking to see how many laps they will go. If the math comes out, it might be some of these guys start dropping off around about lap 100 to 110 now, looking at these map strategies. The lights are off on the pace car. We have Jamie Mullins in the lead, Larry Stubblefield to the outside, Tommy Osborne on the inside, James Bowden on the outside, Gregory Smokey Robinson on the inside, Justin Smith is on the, Justin Smith should be on the outside, or nope, he's on the outside, yeah. Curtis SUV Sovereign is on the inside. These guys are just getting ahead of themselves a little bit. Colton Lanford is on the inside. Jim Hubble is on the outside. Tyrone Yo is on the inside, and Kenneth Pack is on the outside. But Kenneth Pack is actually lined up on the inside behind Tyrone Yo. Pace car is coming out of 3, fixing to drop off of the track. Let's see where the leaders are going and how they go into the restart zone. We're back at the Geico restart zone in Las Vegas, Nevada for the Vegas Run, the QFRL Friday Night Vegas Run. Jamie Mullins is taking off like a bat out of hell. He goes into the mid of the track and stays mid to mid-low, comes out no problems. Larry Stubblefield is right behind him. They are following, driving a little bit low into the corner, coming out of 4. There is barely a car length distance between Jamie Mullins and Larry Stubblefield. We'll go back to the exciting and see what's going on as Larry Stubblefield drops to the inside and passes Jamie Mullins coming out of 2. He takes over the lead. Babyface Nelson has passed James Bowden for position 4. James Bowden has passed Babyface Nelson back and is now in position 6, or position 4. Gregory Smoking Robinson has taken over position 6 from Curtis Sovereign. You see the number 3 Bass Pro Shop car just running as fast as he can. He is telling Curtis Sovereign, hey, back off, dude. They touch going into 3. That sends Nelson that sent Smokey Robinson up the track just a little bit. Kenneth Pack has passed Justin Smith for position 9. You see Kenneth is pushing. Colton Lamford is there right behind Curtis Sovereign. He is pushing as hard as he can, but he drops in behind Smokey Robinson and is on the outside of Curtis Sovereign. As they enter turn 3, Colton Lamford is a little bit high, mid to high, coming out of the corner. He has the lead and the runoff, drops down in front of Curtis Sovereign. James Babyface Nelson had to run to the inside of the track as Smokey Robinson passed him on the outside, crossing the start-finish line. Everybody is starting to line up one behind the other. They are trying to use the draft. Colton is trying to push to the inside, going around James Babyface Nelson and catch up to Gregory Smoking Robinson. That gets a little love tap from James Babyface Nelson coming out of 4 to the back end of Colton Lamford. Gregory Smokey Robinson is taking the lead. Curtis Sovereign has passed Babyface Nelson for position 7. Your lead is Larry Stubblefield, Jamie Mullins, Tommy Osborne, James Bowden. James Bowden is giving Tommy Osborne a handful to watch, but Smokey Robinson is right behind James Bowden. As they come into turn 2, James Bowden goes low, passes on the inside around Tommy Osborne. Tommy uses the momentum and comes out of turn 2 side by side, going down the backstretch into turn 3. It looks like Tommy Osborne might be side by side. Yes, he is. They are going up and against the wall, coming through the front stretch. It is Tommy Osborne in the drag race across the start-finish line. Colton Lamford is in a drag race with Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson is able to hold the inside, pushing Colton Lamford to the outside, making him lose any draft he did have. James Bowden is still by himself. Now he has a partner behind him with Smokey Robinson, who is going in and out of the draft, giving a little bit of push to James Bowden as Tommy Osborne crosses the start-finish line first. Now the race is between Colton Lamford and Smokey Robinson. Robinson is on the outside, high and dry, coming out of turn 2 on the backstretch. He tags the wall, but he's able to maintain control of it. Going side by side, it is Colton Lamford and James Gregory Smokey Robinson. Colton Lamford was able to slide job in front of Gregory Smokey Robinson. James Bowden is able to hold off and is now losing a little bit of ground to Tommy Osborne. There is about 4 car lengths distance between the two as they come through the backstretch. This is pushing Smokey Robinson to the inside of the track. Jamie Mullins is moving to the outside and trying to use a slingshot to go around Larry Stubblefield. Colton Lamford is across the start-finish line trying to get into the draft of James Bowden. He is following James Bowden and using him as a tow rope so that he can be pulled closer and further up the track. Smokey Robinson is looking in his rearview mirror and sees James Nelson and is throwing blocks left and right as they go into turn 3. James Bowden is coming across the start-finish line. He's got Colton Lamford in tow as they come through the straightaway. Right now, the lead is Larry Stubblefield, Jamie Mullins, Tommy Osborne, James Bowden, Colton Lamford, Gregory Robinson, James Babyface Nelson, Kenneth Pack, Curtis SUV Sovereign, Justin Smith, Tyrone Yo, and Jim Hubble. Unfortunately for any Benny Campbell fans, he has been wrecked and put out of the race for the night. We are watching as Tyrone Yo passes Jim Hubble for position 11. This has been a very good race tonight. We've only seen 2 cautions that were not mandatory. I think 2 cautions, could be 3. This race is brought to you by Mudslide Media, affiliate of the Quick Finishers Racing League. I am your host, Mark Mudslide Hollifield. I am a driver and broadcaster for the league. I do not drive on Tuesdays and Friday nights due to the fact I'm up here in the booth trying to give you the best commentary I can for the night. As it stands right now, Colton Lamford is leading a pack of 4 with Gregory Smokey Robinson, James Nelson, and Kenneth Pack right behind him. James Nelson and Gregory Smokey Robinson are side by side coming out of 2. James Nelson has Kenneth Pack pushing him through the backstretch down. He's going to the inside, going to try to outshoot Colton Lamford. See if he can pull that slide job off and move around Colton Lamford. There was a little bit of wiggle coming out into the front stretch from Colton Lamford. Now as they go into the turn, Lamford is a little bit high. We are 47 laps to go of this 140 lap race here at wonderful Vegas, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. James Nelson is leading the pack. Colton Lamford is trying his best to hold on, but something's not right with his car. Do not know. He has slowed down. We do have a door. Curtis Sovereign just doored Gregory Smokey Robinson as they came across the start-finish line. You know that is not a very good thing, and that Gregory Smokey Robinson will be fussing inside of his cockpit and probably cussing out Curtis Sovereign right now. As we watch, Curtis Sovereign passes the 25 of Colton Lamford. Colton Lamford has got some issue with his car. Cannot tell you what it is, but he is not able to maintain as much control of the vehicle as he should. We're still at 45 laps to go of the race. Tyrone Yo is still holding off Jim Hubble way back there in the back. We're watching Curtis Sovereign as he comes around the track. He's got Gregory Smokey Robinson right on his tail. Smokey is not too happy about that dooring incident, so we will see how that goes. You see Colton Lamford drop to the inside. He is trying to do as short of a track as possible to get as much speed as possible through this. I do believe the tires are wearing out on these vehicles. A lot of the drivers seem to be overdriving it as Larry Stubblefield and Jamie Mullins are able to pull away from the rest of the pack. Let's go check in on our leaders now. We'll take a look at the leaders from the blimp. We have a 3-car lead of Jamie Mullins, Larry Stubblefield, Jamie Mullins, and Tommy Osborne. Then the next cars back behind them is James Bowden. And as you see from the blimp, there is a big difference between Tommy Osborne's car and James Bowden as they go around the track. We'll go back into the excitement now. Larry Stubblefield is still leading. He's got Jamie Mullins beating down his bumper, trying to let him know. If we take a look on the inside of the car, we'll take a look and see from inside Larry's car, all you see in that rear view mirror is nothing but the American flag. Jamie Mullins is right there telling him, hey, I'm here, you can't get rid of me. You look at the side view mirror as they come across the start finish line, you'll see that headlight pop up every now and then. Larry Stubblefield is about to be running away with this race. He thought. Jamie Mullins told him, no, you will not run away from me. I will be right here. But if we look inside of Jamie's car at the same picture, you've got Tommy Osborne right behind Jamie Mullins. Jamie is not fighting with that wheel at all. We can see on the dash, he's in the 7,000s for his RPMs. Jamie is just pushing as hard as he can and trying to catch up to the Camaro in front of him. Tommy Osborne, however, has nobody behind him. He's just watching the leaders from inside the cockpit, and he's going, gentlemen, which way are you going to cause this accident so I can take the lead? Please push. He's begging and pleading that Jamie Mullins will push Larry Stubblefield to the inside so he can go to the outside and be able to pass the crash without any problems. You know that's what he would wish for in his mind. It may not be, but that would be my hopes, that Jamie Mullins, if I was in Tommy Osborne's spot, I'd be wanting Jamie Mullins to push Larry Stubblefield to the inside of the track and take himself out so that I could be able to split both of them. A caution has come out. Let's go back and see what caught the caution. Colton Lamford was caught up in an accident back here. Let's switch around and see what happened. You see the 25 is in the middle. He's getting squeezed. Oh, he gets tagged on all four sides. Colton Lamford had nowhere to go. Jim Hubble was right there with him, could not go anywhere. Oh, you know Colton Lamford is on fire right now. That temper has got to be flared up, because that just cost him a very good position. He does not have a friend out here right now as we come under caution. This is where the caution came out to help all the leaders. Let's watch the lead on pit road as all the drivers come down pit road as it opens. There goes the caution, or the pace car. All the leaders are coming in now. Are they down? Of course they're down the pit road speed. Let's take a look and see who will win the battle off of pit road. Will it be Larry Stubblefield, or will it be Jamie Mullins, Tommy Osborne, Kenneth Pack, James Bowden, Babyface Nelson, Gregory Smokey Robinson, or Jim Hubble? Oh, we had one overshoot his pit. Who overshot? James Bowden overshot his pit. First one off is Larry Stubblefield, followed by Jamie Mullins, Tommy Osborne, Kenneth Pack, Babyface Nelson, James Bowden, Gregory Smokey Robinson, Justin Smith, Jim Hubble, Curtis SUV Sovereign, and Tyrone Yo. Colton Lamford, we will take a look at his car. He is just now getting off of the pits. You know he is not happy at all, folks. Haley Jones, can you do me a favor and tell Colton Lamford that we're sorry for him, but he did do a good job of driving tonight. None of these accidents have been his fault. And he knows that already, but still. All right, folks, we're going to start lining back up. Let me take a look at the pace car real quick. We're on lap 107 coming to 108. The lights are out on the pace car as they come around this time. So the lineup will be... I don't know why Jamie's all the way up there in the front, but... The lineup is Larry Stubblefield to the inside, Jamie Mullins in the 66 to the outside, Tommy Osborne to the inside, Kenneth Pack to the outside, Babyface Nelson to the inside, Gregory Robinson to the outside. What? Oh, my bad. I wish they'd hold still. It's Babyface Nelson to the inside, James Bowden to the outside, Justin Smith on the inside, Gregory Robinson's on the inside, Justin Smith's on the outside, Jim Hubble to the inside, Curtis Sovereign outside, Tyrone Yo to the inside, and Colton Lamford is lined up directly behind. Pace cars away, we're going into the Geico restart zone, listening for it. Do we have any? No, we did not have any misshifts. Larry Stubblefield was able to guess it, and he's gone. He's able to take off like crazy. All the other drivers are still chasing behind him, and they're two side by side. Tommy Osborne is right beside Kenneth Pack as they come into three. It's going to be a fight. Is Tommy Osborne going to stay? Now they're three wide going into four. James Babyface Nelson says, guys, I have a bumper. I'm here to play. I'm racing as fast as I can. Three wide across the freaking start finish line, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first time tonight at the track we've seen them three wide. James Nelson wanted that. They were three wide for a second between Kenneth Pack, Gregory Smokey Robinson, and Tommy Osborne. Now it is Gregory Smokey Robinson, James Nelson, and Tommy Osborne is staying on the outside. He is losing a little bit of momentum, but not much. He's holding James Babyface Nelson down there below the line. James Bowden is right there behind down against the line as well, coming out into the backstretch. Everybody's trying to shift up, but it is hard to do when there's a car to your outside. They are three wide. Colton Lamford is on his way. He said, look, y'all, I am tired of this. I am going as fast as I can. Colton Lamford is on the move, and he's on a mission. The caution is out. Tommy Osborne has brought out the caution. We'll go back and take a look, see what happened. Coming out of the corner, Tommy Osborne. Let's back this up just a little bit further. We have to see a little bit further into this to see what happened. Tommy tagged the wall, gets in front of James Bowden, and James turns him to the inside. Then Jim Hubble just smashes into him. Oh, it's a big one all right tonight. And, oh, the pace car is on his way out again. We're going to watch Jim Hubble's version and see what happened from his point of view. You see, Jim just smashed into the side. And Tommy comes back down off the wall, lots of damage. Let's see what happened with Curtis Sobran. Curtis is flying through and he almost made it before he hits Justin Smith right in the driver's side door. We're going to watch that one again, but from the cockpit view, just so you can see the impact of this hit. Let's go back and watch from Curtis's pit view, or cockpit view. Curtis almost made it through, then he smashes right into that driver door. Oh, let's take a look at Jim Hubble as he went through his too. Oh, he nails Tommy Osborne right in the driver's door. Tommy comes back down passenger door. That vehicle is done. Now let's see what happened with Tyrone Yates, or Tyrone Yo. We're going to back Tyrone up a ways, because he hit somewhere harder than that. Tyrone sees everybody, starts to see the crash. He moves to the inside, hears it, sees it in the rear view, gets tagged barely, just barely gets tagged, sent to the inside. We're going to rewind this because I hear the music and I don't like the sound of it. There goes Tyrone's engine as he hit that wall. Oh, gotta hate it for Tyrone. Tyrone had to be brought to the pits by the tow truck. Everybody is back out on the track. We're lining back up. We now have a brand new leader. Kenneth Pack is now your leader. Babyface Nelson is in second place. Colton Lanford is there. Haley Jones, your man, is in third place. James Bowden, Wunden, whatever, is in fourth place. Larry Stubblefield is on the inside in fifth place. Jamie Mullins is on the outside in sixth place. Tommy Osborne is in seventh place. Gregory Robinson is in eighth place. Justin Smith, ninth place. And you see Curtis SUV Sobran is catching up to the pack. Tyrone Yo may be out of the race. Jim Hubble may be out of the race. Currently, they are in... Nope. Jim Hubble is out of the race. I am sorry. Tyrone Yo is in the pits trying to get his stuff done. The pace car is away. Let's see how Kenneth comes across out of the start. He's on it. Does not sound like anybody has miscued at all. You see him. Oh, here comes Tyrone Yo. He's back on the course. Larry Stubblefield got a little bit low on that. So Tyrone has got to get back up and up to pace speed. Kenneth Pack is in the lead with Babyface Nelson right behind him. Colton Lanford is right on the outside of Babyface Nelson. They are too wide coming across the start-finish line. The leaders of the night are now back in 5th and 6th place. 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Our pole sitter is 3 places down, or actually our pole sitter has been eliminated from the race for the night. Jim Hubble had taken the pole and is now out of the race. We're watching Jamie Mullins pass Tommy Osborne for position 6. This is James Bowden. As he comes around, you see Colton Lamford is now in second place. He moved around Babyface Nelson. He's trying to work it around Kenneth Pack. Kenneth is not letting it go. He wants all that run for himself. 23 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. You have Babyface Nelson in the lead for the race. Kenneth Pack has been pushed to the outside, coming through the backstretch. Into turn 3, it is Kenneth Pack, James, Babyface Nelson, Colton Lanford, Larry Stubblefield, James Bowden. Jamie Mullins has now passed James Bowden. James Bowden's moved back. Kenneth Pack is now the leader. James Babyface Nelson, Colton Lamford, Larry Stubblefield is fighting it out with Colton Lamford to take third place. He does succeed. He's moving up behind James Babyface Nelson. He moves to the inside. Nelson moves to the inside with him, trying to block Larry Stubblefield. He uses Larry Stubblefield for a push. They are too wide coming through the Geico restart start-finish line. It is Kenneth Pack, Babyface Nelson, back and forth. Larry Stubblefield has Colton Lamford giving him the push. Babyface Nelson moves to the inside, takes the lead. Kenneth Pack moves to the inside, going inside of Babyface Nelson. Now it is a this for that. I will take it back from you. Kenneth Pack is trying his best. Drag race across the start-finish line. Who has it? Kenneth Pack was registered as the start-finish line. Kenneth Pack is still in the lead. We have a side-by-side drag race. Jamie Mullins came out of nowhere and said, "Hey guys, I am here. I am going to play. I have my own bumper." He is talking to Babyface Nelson, and he is pushing as hard as he can. They are too wide coming into the front stretch. Let's see. It is Kenneth Pack at the line. Kenneth Pack is still holding it up. Babyface Nelson is leading coming out of turn 2. Larry Stubblefield is pushing Kenneth Pack into the backstretch. Babyface Nelson has the lead right now. Jamie Mullins is in second place. Jamie Mullins pushed Babyface to the inside. Kenneth Pack has dropped back. Babyface Nelson now has 2 car lengths on everybody. The pack is followed. All the excitement is Jamie Mullins and Kenneth Pack. Kenneth Pack is on the inside. Babyface Nelson is to the front. Larry Stubblefield is dropping in behind Mullins. He's keeping... Oh, they are doing a crisscross going into 3. Larry Stubblefield stays low. Kenneth Pack went high. Kenneth Pack lost momentum and fell out of the third place position. He slowed down. Colton Lamford and James Bowden. Colton Lamford and James Bowden are fighting it out for 5th place right now. James Bowden takes 5th place and is trying his way to work around Kenneth Pack down the backstretch. 17 laps left to go. You got Jamie Mullins crisscrossing in front of Babyface Nelson, being pushed by Larry Stubblefield. Kenneth Pack is working his way back up to the front. Who will it be coming to the start-finish line? It's Jamie Mullins crossing with Babyface Nelson in second place. Larry Stubblefield is in third. Larry is pushing Jamie Mullins into turn 2. They are low. Babyface Nelson was able to stay high against the wall and use the momentum to come out. Larry Stubblefield drops down to the inside of the track. He is pushing he's pushing Jamie Mullins to that front. Now he drops down to the inside himself. He's going to try and take it. He takes second place. Now he's trying to go for first. Will Larry Stubblefield be able to do it? Larry Stubblefield has moved to the lead. He is on the inside. Jamie Mullins is on the outside. He has the high ground right now. Jamie Mullins is on the lead coming into turn 3. Will that momentum hold as he shoots high? He is in the mid-high range coming out of turn 4, going into the start-finish line. Will the drag race? It goes to Larry Stubblefield. Jamie Mullins has taken over the lead. 14 laps left to go. Folks, I've got to take a second and grab my breath and get a quick drink of water. Larry Stubblefield is moved to the front of the pack. Jamie Mullins is right behind him. Kenneth Pack is right behind. James Babyface Nelson is again in 4th place. The battle for the lead has been vigorous tonight. We have watched these 4 cars fight it out in the last 13 with 13 laps left to go. They are fighting it out, no holds bar. All that they can do right now is hope for a caution so that they can re-rack the field. However, you know Larry Stubblefield does not want that to happen. Larry Stubblefield right now wants the rest of this to be green for the rest of the night. He has the lead, a commanding lead of 0.8 seconds above. Wait, hold on. Larry Stubblefield has a 0.35 second lead above Jamie Mullins. All the excitement tonight has been up here in the front as we watch Kenneth Pack trying to catch up to Jamie Mullins and take over second place. The drag race is still continuing. We have 11 laps left to go here in the wonderful desert of Las Vegas, Nevada, for the QFRL Vegas Run Friday Night Cup Series race, brought to you by Mudslide Media, associated with the Quick Finisher Racing League. I am your host, Mark Mudslide Hollifield. We have unfortunately lost two of the racers tonight. Jim Hubble and Ben Campbell have both been eliminated from the race tonight. Justin Smith is on the move. He is moving like a bat out of hell. He is trying to get up there and catch up to the rest of them with the 10 laps left to go. Justin Smith is on the move. He has moved up 7 positions from 13th to 6th place. Tommy Osborne is right behind him. He has moved up 5 positions from 12th to 7th place. And that don't make, well, it does. So the battle is still right there. James Bowden is trying his best to hold off everybody. Some of these cars starting to show tire wear. 9 laps left to go. Larry Stubblefield is pulling away from the rest of the track, it looks like. Right now, James Bowden is trying to hold off Tommy Osborne and Justin Smith as they come around turn 3. Or, my bad, turn 2 going into the backstretch. I got to learn this map a whole lot better. You know the leaders are praying and hoping that there is no cautions coming out in these last 7 laps as Tommy Osborne passes Justin Smith and takes over the 5th place. Justin Smith and James Bowden are fighting it out for 6th place. Justin Smith is able to move down the backstretch and get in line right behind Tommy Osborne. There are 4 car lengths between the two. Tommy Osborne is trying his best to catch up to Babyface Nelson to get 4th place back. Justin Smith is now in 6th place, and he and Tommy Osborne are moving up the ranks as they have moved up 7 positions as our highest movers tonight. We are coming to 6 laps to go. Let's check in on the leaders, shall we? See how that is going. Larry Stubblefield is pulled away from Kenneth Pack, and Larry is 1.14 seconds ahead of Kenneth Pack. Larry got fresh tires and he is gone. Let's go back to the excitement as we are down to 5 laps left to go. 4 laps now. Babyface Nelson is about to get passed by Tommy Fast Moving Osborne. Tommy is dropped to the inside. Babyface Nelson is on the outside. They side by side going into turn 3. Osborne, Nelson dropped a little bit too slow and tapped Tommy Osborne just a little bit, costing him some momentum. Justin Smith is having a break because Nelson almost went through his front fender and took his nose off. Nelson is trying his best to get his momentum back, but that bump may have damaged his vehicle. 3 laps now left to go. Justin Smith is dropping to the inside, going into turn 3. Nelson staying high. They tap. Smith was able to maintain control as his back end got pumped around just a little bit. Nelson said, nobody else is going around me. 2 laps now left to go. We're watching the battle. The battle in the positions right now is for 4th and 5th place. Or, my bad, 5th and 6th place. Tommy Osborne has 4th place. Nelson's on the high side. Smith is sliding around. He goes from the inside to the outside. Gregory Smokey Robinson is trying to catch up to the last 2. Final lap as they cross the start-finish line. White flag is in the air. Katie bar the door. Here they come. Justin Smith is pushing with everything he has. Nelson's blocking left and right as they come out of 2. Gregory Smokey Robinson's just barreling down the backstretch. Nelson drops to the inside. Smith is right behind him. Smokey Robinson's right there. He's hoping that they wipe each other out so that he can be able to make it. Nelson able to hold him off. Nelson takes home 5th place. Let's go back and watch as the leaders take the checkered flag. We will watch as the leader takes the checkered flag from the blimp so that you can see what the distance was between everybody and the leader. I'll back it up just a little bit, give you a little bit more of a taste. So you see Larry Stubblefield right there. He's a second ahead of Kenneth Pack. Kenneth Pack is right there. Jamie Mullins crosses. Tommy Osborne coming in right behind him. Babyface Nelson, Justin Smith, Gregory's, James Bowden, Colton Lanford, Curtis SUV Sovereign, Tyrone Yo is right there, finishing out 11th. Jim Hubble and Benny Campbell are out of the race. So while we go ahead and bring this back up to the live and take a look at all the cars right here, everybody is off. We'll go back and watch the melee at the end of the track. This is how we congratulate the winners at the end of the race. Everybody's trying to get there. I think they're getting ready to do a race picture or something. But we have the first place, Larry Stubblefield. Second place, Kenneth Pack. Third place, Jamie Mullins. Go ahead and, gotta go live. Sorry. we'll go live here. So Stubblefield, Pack, Mullins, Osborne, Babyface, Smith, Robinson, Bowden, Lanford, Curtis SUV Sovereign, Tyrone Yo, Jim Hubble, and Benny Campbell. Those are how the race results for tonight. I'm going to go and talk to some of the racers, see how they feel about all this. Yep. Let me, shoot, I can't get into it. Let's go into the chat and talk to the gentleman tonight.
Anybody up front, but you know, my tires are torn up, so it was fun though. I bounced back a few times.
And I almost had a 29-second lap time.
Did you?
Yeah, I had a 30.017 for my fastest lap.
I gotta see.
Yeah, hey gentlemen,
Hey,
it's how's everybody feeling after this race?
What did you think about that?
Man, y'all were fighting it out there at the end. I had to stop talking for a second and grab some water because my throat started hurting. I was saying so much.
What laps was all of that?
That
was 114. 114 restart.
Yeah, lap 114 restart to the end was awesome. So,
We were talking about it the whole time, Mark. We were just amazed that we were able to hold it like that. But if that doesn't draw anybody in, I don't know what will.
Well, Colton Nation has a few fans out there, and Lamford Nation has a few fans out there, and Kenneth Pack has a fan out there also who said to be able to go faster and whatnot too.
Yeah, that's got to be my brother.
It is, Scott. And Lamford Nation has another individual by the name of Gage Feigl. Is that how you? Feigl. He was out there pulling for you too.
Yeah.
I did see Bob. Haley Jones. And
Yeah, that's not my wife.
no, I didn't say she was your wife. I said your better half. I said better half because she put a big old heart next to your name. So
Yeah, no, that's Gage Feigel's
Got some
significant
explaining
other.
to do.
yeah, and then I did see Crutchfield telling the 75 to hurry their ass up as well. So 75, you've got a fan out there that's telling you you need to get your butt in gear out there. But no, seriously, the that last couple of laps, it was Colton. You was doing good, but I'm gonna start with you because you were up there and you had an issue and whatnot. Tommy is dead, by the way. He got hit right. Tommy Osborne got hit in the door several times. He should be dead.
I feel it.
But
How'd you like the pit road deal?
you barely made it to pit road speed limit in time. I seen that at the last second. So I thought there was going to be a couple of black flags thrown because people were speeding on pit road, but I thought you were going to get it for the improper entry because you were sideways in the grass before you got to the commitment cone. So
Tell you what, dude, everybody racing tonight was on their A game. I hate it for the guys that got knocked out because there wasn't one of us that wasn't giving 100% tonight.
yeah, Benny got knocked out early. I don't know if he's still here listening or whatnot, but Jim Hubble got knocked out. Hubble was the one that killed you, by the way, because he hit you dead square. And when I went into the cockpit, the red tape on his steering wheel was lined up with your helmet as he hit you in the side. So that would tell you that you would have been murdered in that one. But I wish the...
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about you, Tom. Tommy, you got killed by Jim
You were
Hubble.
talking to me this whole time.
I didn't, man. I got hit so many freaking times. Sorry.
Yeah, you were a pinball.
Yeah.
Tommy's
No.
like, who, me?
They told me to be more aggressive, so I mean, I'm like a fish out of water, and I hate get. And I got out of my comfort zone. I yelled at Smokey, the most nicest person in the world. I yelled at him.
Why, thank you.
The nicest people are yelling at each other. It was really nice.
Well, I'm
I don't know if
pretty.
I'm the nicest person anymore.
I'm pretty sure there were some words exchanged between Colton and several drivers out there, because Colton got screwed a time or two.
Hey, don't you be starting some drama.
Well, no.
We were all classy in here. We were apologizing to each other, especially me and Kenny.
Okay. Well, okay, going to Smokey Robinson.
Uh-oh.
What did I do?
No, I know you're innocent. How did Phil getting doored several times?
Oh, Curtis pissed me off earlier when he doored me. So he quit playing the grass. He played the grass on that part. I felt sorry for bumping Tommy a little bit.
Nah, you shouldn't
A
be.
little bit better.
I checked up, and you did, man. That's all it was.
Yeah, but people told me to be more aggressive, and I decided I'll take that lesson to heart, and I'll be a little bit more aggressive from now on.
Now,
You were.
I was going to say, if I could interject, Curtis got to the point where he says, that's it, I'm not lifting anymore.
Curtis?
The very next corner. I don't understand.
Curtis, are you here?
Yeah.
Are you able? Are you willing to defend yourself in some of this?
It is what it is, man.
Well,
They're lifting for some of these fools, and I was tired of doing it.
Okay.
But my car wasn't handling very well anyway, so.
Well, you did assist a couple of individuals through turn 1 and 2. You assisted you assisted Ben Campbell through turn 1 and 2 and into the outside wall, the inside wall, and then a blown engine.
Wow. Benny said that was more his fault than it was mine.
Okay, because from the in-car cameras that we saw, Ben was holding his line. You came up, tapped him, made him turn just a little bit, like you didn't want to lift at all.
I'm tired of lifting.
So basically, you did to Ben what I did to James at Daytona.
No.
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 That's apples to oranges there.
Mark, do you remember what lap that was anyway?
Honestly, I'd have to go back. I can tell you.
It was early, I know that.
Yeah, it was like there's 100 and some.
Lap 40.
Well, let's see. It drew the first caution of the night as lap 45.
Okay.
So that brought out the first caution of the night. I noticed that most of the tire strategy, except for Jamie, everybody was averaging about 30 laps. Jamie was able to put 41, 42 laps on his set of tires before he decided to pull in and get new tires. So,
I mean, I was 34 to 36 laps.
okay. Because
I waited to be up there on stage just to see what happens. Big difference. I don't have laps to do.
well, how much tire wear did doing the 40 laps put on your tires there?
I'm down to 71 right first.
It's What kind of steering ratio were you running then?
Well, I was at 236, but then all the tire and stuff.
Okay. Larry, what was you at with your first pit stop? What was your tire wear?
It was bad. Like 72 on the right front. It was bad. It was even wearing the left side too.
What steering ratio were you running?
236.
Okay. And Kenneth? Is he here?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
here. On the first run, my right front was on an 85. I was running a 208 ratio.
Okay.
Which
So
I think helped with the tire wear.
Tyrone, yeah, Tyrone, I was watching you. You stayed out. Was it Tyrone or Gregory Robinson who stayed out the longest on that first pit?
That was Tyrone.
Okay, I thought it was Tyrone. I couldn't remember. What was your tire wear? If you're Tyrone, are you still here?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to see what his tire wear was because he stayed out there a good long bit trying to keep y'all a lap down, but it didn't help on that.
I know, and that was weird because I bet his tires wasn't that bad. We were wearing them down into like the 80% area, but there was a big difference between 80 and 100.
Yeah.
I mean, it was said. I thought I was going to get the tire. That's how bad.
And like Larry was saying, all our tires were bare.
Well,
Very much so, yeah.
at any point, did it feel like anybody needed to pit before the rest because of problems with the tires?
Yeah.
Me and Larry. Larry. Well, the first time I was there, everybody pitted before. That's one of the reasons why I get to run long. I don't know why I
I just split the first half. That's all I was aiming at.
Yeah, truth be told, I still had like 9 laps of fuel left when I went down the first time.
There's no reason to stretch it on fuel. You're really just stretching it on tires.
Is James Bowden or Bowden?
I don't know.
Bowden. Hey,
Bowden.
James, are you in here? Okay. For your first race with these guys, how'd you feel tonight coming in in 8th place after you started in 2nd place?
Well, that's a big disappointment, wouldn't you think?
Well, yeah. Well, no. I mean, you're you. Is this like your first race in a league, or have you done it before? And are these guys up to or better than what you expected?
They're great, but yeah, I was running another league on Friday night for Big Quick, but this is a whole lot better race than that. Damn sure.
Well, I noticed that there toward the end, it was you was giving a fight to a lot of them, trying to hold them back and keep up with them.
I don't know. I was running the wrong race. I was running a 180.
A 1.8. Oh, so you was oversteer, had too much oversteer, huh?
Yeah, on the long run, wasn't doing too good.
Okay.
But I thought it was great race.
Yeah.
I had a front row view for that great front.
You also had a front row view for one of the wrecks, if I recall.
Yeah. I got a little loose and tapped up. I forget who I tapped, but sent him in the wall and sent him flying.
Well, you welcomed yourself and introduced yourself to everybody in the league, so.
He did great. He and him raced around each other like a big chunk of the race, like side by side.
Yeah.
It was great. I think he bumped me, but it was nothing like serious. It was just enough to get me loose.
What lap did you crash?
I don't know which time.
The big one.
The big one that brought out the major cautions, Tommy crashed at 111. And
Watch me going through there. I almost cleared everybody except for Justin.
Oh, he got a good look at that.
Guys, I really do apologize for that because I was trying to get out of the way, even though I was wrecking. I was trying to get out of the way so people could get around me. I was trying to stop the damn thing, but I was spinning like a top.
yeah, from the views, the different camera views I had of it, there was nothing you could do. You were in the grass, you were in the freaking marbles below the track, and then you were in the wall. So, and it didn't help none that you were part of Jim's car, Curtis's car, Justin's car, and Tyrone's car.
Took everybody out.
So,
Tyrone barely got off the throttle before he hit the water.
well,
I hate that. I do. There's nothing I can do.
there was one of them, I think it was Tyrone. He was making it through fine, but I think Justin got hit by Curtis and turned just enough to where he clipped Tyrone's rear bumper and sent him right into the wall. So,
Tyrone hit.
yeah.
He won't even get on the lawn.
Yeah, Tyrone was dead. When he hit the wall, I played the replay. You could hear his engine just explode and go. And
That's the most damage I've ever seen of him.
yeah, well, no, Tyrone's
Yeah,
car
111
was
right at the end.
destroyed. So
Fellas, I'm gonna hop off here, but I'm gonna have to say that had to be a mistake for race for someone to see. Two great drivers.
Thank you.
Second place came. Good job by everybody.
Yeah.
I had to say it's probably the race.
That's one of the best races we made.
Oh yeah.
Y'all have a good night, fellas.
You too. Take care,
Yeah,
man.
you have a good one, Jamie. Anything at all, buddy.
Yeah. What lap was it? We were 3 wide.
that would have been.
Which time?
Yeah, I'm gonna say which one because
Me and James and Tommy.
Yeah.
that would have been about lap. I want to say. I'm looking.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Hey, and James Nelson had one heck of a race tonight.
About 126, I think.
It's all right. You had a real good race. And I'll
But
tell
you were
that,
up
Greg,
there.
I had a good long running car.
I mean, had a good comeback and smack the wall.
Yeah, you were up there holding these guys off for the longest. And it just, I think the momentum behind, they worked together to get around you, is how it looked from my point of view. Except for Larry.
Burning my tires off trying to stay up there too. We
Yeah.
needed about 10 less laps.
I mean,
Larry-
I knew those 4 laps would matter. I knew they would.
Yeah, Larry was able to sneak past a lot of yous because he used the draft and whatnot from what I could see. But what was it that was helping you, Larry, be able to get ahead of everybody?
At the very end,
Yeah, well, in the last 20 laps there.
I think everybody else was just pushing harder, and I was trying not to make too many mistakes. I was just, wasn't no gain, and they had better setups. They had better tires at every pit stop, so I don't know what they must have been going out trying to, when they were battling real bad.
Now, they was only what, 4 sets of tires behind the wall?
No, there was more than that.
5 sets. Okay.
We'll always have 5.
Okay, so it was 5 behind the wall and 1 on one side. Okay. I wasn't sure, and I
There's
thought
too
it was
many.
4, so.
We'll probably not be counting on
All right. So, everybody knows next week is just a recruitment race. It's not an official race with us, correct? Where will the recruitment race take place? For anyone wanting to know.
I don't think we've established it.
Okay. Well, if you want a recruitment race, probably Charlotte, since it is where everybody will be this next Memorial Day weekend. But
I don't see how Ben got that loose, man.
What lap?
45.
45. Like, I was fully off the throttle. He tried to throw a block.
Yeah, but you hit him square.
I touched him, and he went right up the track.
Yeah, you hit him.
Overcorrected.
You hit him square. He was fighting that wheel. I don't know what steering ratio he had, but he went right into the outside, then flipped it around, hit the outside again, and then went right into the inside wall. So his engine was done with the second hit to the outside wall.
He even said it wasn't that hard of a hit. Just, I don't know what. That was weird.
From what I could see, if you watch his needle, he was in the gas whenever he was going into the wall. He wasn't locking up the brakes either. I think he stomped the gas. So
I think he got loose and then hit the apron at the same time, and then went to correct it. It was already eating again on the wire, going to the right.
yeah.
He tried to throw a block on me going into the corner.
Well, that's his job to keep you behind him. That's
Yeah. So Tommy kept hitting the apron.
Yeah.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark,
Yes.
we're gonna race Dover.
You're going to put it at Dover?
Yep, we're gonna do Dover.
Okay. Well, I'll let it get out there. Anybody got anything else that they'd like to say before I close it out for the night?
Yeah, I was looking at this with, at the wreck with Jim Bowden. He got me loose that first time, and that second hit was me really coming back down on him, trying to get a hold of my car. You can't really tell it, but there was 2 taps. So, I mean, it was just a racing deal.
Yeah. It didn't look like it was intentional on anybody's part, so...
No.
From my point of view, I thought you'd hit the outside wall and was coming down.
Well, he got me loose like that, and I was trying to get a hold of the car, and then he come back up into me.
Okay.
So I hate that for everybody took out.
well, when you bounce it off the wall, the guy below you needs to know you bounced. He might not have known you bounced, and then would have been coming back down.
Yeah.
It was just racing and no communication. Nobody knew what to do exactly, I don't think.
Yeah, I looked at the replay. I could have come back. I could have come down. I didn't give you enough room. That was avoidable. My bad.
But it was happening so fast.
Yeah, there's barely any response time in that one.
From the drop of the green flag tonight, it was on. I mean, it was crazy. That's really probably the best race I've ever ran on iRacing.
Well, one of the things I'd like for y'all guys to do is go back, take a look at the replay of tonight's show, watch it. If you see anything that I could do better, let me know. I'll try and fix it myself. So
I heard you get on it a couple times when we were racing hard. So you're doing a good job, Mark.
yeah, my throat is kind of sore right now because I was trying to put some, and I knew that was coming too. So
Thanks.
all right.
Thanks for doing it, Mark.
Yep. So I'll talk to you later. I'll get out of this chat with you.
I'll see you Sunday, Mark.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it.
See ya.
See it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to end up closing out the night of Mudslide Media and the QFRL Racing League. Hope y'all had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the show. if there's anything I can ask of y'all, the one thing I'd like for you to do is be able to hit that like, subscribe, and get the notifications. We race every Tuesday and Friday night. As you heard, next Friday night is a open race, invitational race at Dover. I will not be broadcasting that due to the fact I will be in Charlotte at the Memorial Day weekend races. Hopefully every one of yous out there will have a good time. I hope that y'all have a good, safe weekend. I look forward to seeing everybody on Tuesday night. Come back, watch us, have a good time with us. So, from myself, Mark Mudslide Hollifield, and all the fine racers we got out there, I hope you have a good, safe weekend. Look forward to seeing you next time.